Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream, welcome. I hope everyone is doing okay. How are you doing? Alright, did I do the render? I need to disappear for a quick second, hang on. No, that doesn't disappear me. Does... I need to find the thing that makes me disappear. Okay, I have not updated, because I've done a little change to my Kingdom Hearts key 6 minutes early. Okay, sure, I may be 6 minutes early, but, like, come on. Is it really that bad as I, decide to start a little bit early to say hello to everyone?
Jason
get hit with the squats?
You should do 20 squats.
Like, so much. Also, why... I need to double check why Chill Hop just decides to have their music, like, so loud. Alright, let me do my 20 squats real quick. While everyone is fighting in intro fighters. Get your weapons out. You gotta try and defeat me. You can't, though, can you? My robot Zeebs and I are unbeatable. Here we go. Wart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, no, don't take my shirt, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you for the 20 squats, Jason. Do not take my shirt. Do not take my shirt. The reason I say this is because... Yeah, excuse me. The reason I say this is because I pushed a challenge to a work friend of mine that he's pretty chill, pretty cool, pretty funny. They didn't know what my stream name was or anything like that, and I was like, fuck it. Let's see. I tested him, checked to see whether he actually did know it or not. Fun fact. He didn't, because he was just so distracted and didn't normally keep track of when I accidentally let slip the name when I connected up to Google Chrome or anything like that, which was pretty interesting. Hang on, I forgot my water. God damn it. I'm always forgetting something. Hang on, I gotta get my water. And I'll explain further about this dude. Alright, got my water. Alrighty. So this person, they actually didn't know my name, and I was like, fuck it, let's give it a try. You got 20 questions or something like that. They weren't gonna get very far with that. Ow. And so... I started dropping them hints of like, oh yeah, like I stream on these days. And they're like, oh cool, it'll be easy to find you. And I'm like, it's not gonna be easy to find me. So because like for a while I was playing like Final Fantasy 14, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the King. I was playing very popular games. And then the times I played the niche games, he was not watching. Hi there, Sky. Welcome to the stream. Blam. So there was a lot of times when he wasn't doing the, where he wouldn't have been able to catch my streams when I was doing the more niche stuff. But he was able to catch me. He found my stream last night, finally, after all. That was me who commented on that tweet. Wait, what tweet? I'm not going to check my Twitter right now. But yeah, finally the guy found me, and it was from last night's stream when I was doing Blender art, and I was like, oh, that's kind of surprising that you got me from the art. And he's like, yeah, I started using tags like you said, and I went through like 20. He said he went through like 20 channels before he was able to find me, and he was able to tell me like at what point he was able to, he told me the point of which he found me, and like without, because we were with like other people around the area, so he didn't want to like say out loud like the VTuber model or anything like that, which I really appreciate. He was just like, you were making like a key or something, and you had like two different cylinders, and you were trying to connect them. I really need to pay attention before I comment on things. Yes. Although you can also just be, oblivious to the conversation. That's always funny. So yeah, so he was able to clarify what it was that I was working on at the time, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, you did find me. And he's like, yeah, and he told me the thing that I cannot believe no one told me. Not Jason, not Code, no one in my chat from Australia told me that I had misspelt Australia in my stream like tags. Because if you look at the bottom, you'll see like furry, VTuber, autism, himbo, zebra, cringe, yada yada. And then there's English. But I didn't have Australia as my tag. What I had instead was, it was called Australia, where it was basically Australia, but without the R. Some reason, no one in my chats picked up on that fact that, you misspelled Australia. Like, it would have been nice if, I got told that rather than, for the last however long we've been on custom tags. Like, I feel like since the start of this year, probably, all this time, I have been streaming with the tag Australia. It's like, hi, my Australia viewers. Welcome to the stream that is situated in Australia. It's like, no, Australia. So fix that now. So now it's properly saying Australia. Hopefully that means that there's like a greater chance that, you know, people in Australia using the Australia tag will find me and such and not think, look at this dumb dyslexic himbo. He can't spell Australia. Australia. So yeah, so fixed that. Work was fairly all right. No dogs were allowed on today, however, which was really upsetting. I was really hoping to see the dogs. Yes, that. Hang on. I wonder, is Blue lurking in my chat? I should really @ Blue, because I'm pretty sure that was like half the reason why I went with so many different like custom tags, was because like Blue was doing them first. Now I don't see him in my list of like moderators or anything like that, so... shame. Alrighty then. Enough dicking around. We're gonna get into this real fast. We're already... And it's more Legend of Zelda. I said... more Legend of Zelda. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I realize my problem. There we go. More Legend of Zelda. Alrighty then. And then I can pause the music in the background because there's music in this one. Oh, that reminds... But Grant, I like dicking around. Wow, just wasting my time, why don't you? Also, I should really have added this thingy-madiggy... Give me a second. I'm gonna add something or rather into my video sources.
Lem smash.
Thank you, Furry Cures. Alrighty, where is the stinger? Is this it? There we... Alright, I found the stinger. Alright, what I need to do now is I need to go to Studio, and I'm gonna go to full screen effects. And I'm gonna put in... There we go. Oh, wait, hang on. Filters. Or properties. Use hardware acceleration where... Apply alpha in the linear. No, that didn't do it. Knight has 5 kills. Knight is just fucking bowling, isn't he? Alright, hang on. Why... So it's an M4... V1. Show nothing when playback ends. Speed. Auto. Apply.
Becky.
What?
Lem smash.
Filters. Chroma key. Custom color. This is probably going to end poorly, but let's see what happens when I use black. Filters, chroma key. Alright, similarity, it's gonna be like really low. We're just gonna have it as a smooth lol. Color spill, none. Opacity. What did I break? I just wanted to have the cool like zebra transition fucking video. Like, I thought I got the right one, but I didn't. I wanted this video to, like, do a thing, but it's not doing the thing. Because, like, Zebra Chair Roll Alpha, that's in my Twitch sources right now. Because I've got the M4... I have an M4V, but that's not doing it. So... Maybe, hang on, I'm gonna hit, okay, so cancel that. I am doing some important work here. All right, delete this video, and then drop this here, and then resize it so it's like yay big. Properties, apply alpha in the linear space. There we go. Do you guys hear that when it happens? Hang on. Properties. Nope. I probably need to lower that as well, so it's like negative. -10. Yes, I'm naked. Someone decided to take my thingamadoogs. All right, advanced audio properties. And then zebra roll 45%. Monitor and output. It's not going to be in channel 3. It's going to go in... So, channel 1, 2... Hurt you. Alrighty. And now I can... F2, zebra chair... So yeah, zebra chair roll. Filters. I'm gonna see if I can at least, like, crop the right. No, 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 no! Cropping. Alright, crop and prad. And now... I just need to replay it. And on the right, it's going to be 1080. Nope. 1920. Yep, there we go. So we want a cropping of 1920. And then I need to go into my sources. Just hear me out. This is all very important stuff, chat. This is going to enhance the viewing experience. This is gonna enhance it. Play/restart. All right, so. And then if I. Yes. Awesome.
Tiny Grant.
Tiny Grant. I might do a new chair at some point. Also, I should probably double check. Yes, it's Zoomies, Big Dobo. It's not shown very often, the Zoomies, because it's just a scene transition, so you probably see it only like maybe once or twice, depending how long you're there. But now I've got it like, you know, I've got it as a button in my list of sources, so I can just go just really silly. I might make it a, like, if there's enough people that want it as a redeem, maybe we should make it as a redeem. All right, cool. My sounds are working. All right, now I can move on. We are going to do some very fun nonsense. Hang on a second. We're going to wear all this shit. And we need some... Wait, what time of the... All right, we're going to go with like a 1 minute heat resistance.
Smash.
Hopefully this is... Nope, it is unbearably fucking cold. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. And then zoom. Oh, yeah. I also need to, like, improve, like, my thingamadoogies. Zoom. All right. I don't think we're going to be able to get to that platform. I don't know how else we can get to it because that tower is probably our best means of getting to that particular, unless... Alright, so... I love how we're just... There's gotta be a way for me to be able to get back on that thing. Look at this thing. You're just fucking mocking me right now. Just gliding in front of me like it is. God damn it. Also, how is your day/evening going, Code? Can we get a shout out for Code the Yoshi? Is there like additional moderators, or is it just Code right now? No, Jason should be there. All right, let's see. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck is that? What is that? This is gonna be a bit of a painful entry. Oh god. Oh boy. Alright, do I have enough energy to get to the other side? It looks like I have just enough energy. Also, I should turn off intro fighters at this point. Congratulations, Otto. You are the last man standing. Alright, and now I use all my extra bits. Scourge of Gerudo Sky, the king something or rather. Okay. Not great. Okay, that's fucking that's bullshit. I'm just falling. Alrighty. So clearly we're not going to be able to get to that easily. And then I got a red thing over there. Fuck you, King Gleox. We are no longer friends. Nyom. And dive bomb. Hi there. Ooh, hello. Good. Hi. Hi, Cosmic. Hello. Hi. Hi. Oh my. Wait, why is the sand moving? Can we get a shout out for Cosmic? If you don't know, Cosmic makes big boys. Cosmic makes they like draw big hefty boys and such. It's really cool. 25% Himbo. Nice. Alright. Yes, we're gonna stick to that one. Let's move to this one. How is your day? My day is fairly good. I have now reached the end of my day. A friend from work has finally found my, like, Twitch account, and it's only then that I've learned none of my, like, fellow, like, streamers or moderators told me this, but I had been using the wrong fucking name for Australia all this time. I was missing the R, so it was being called, it was like Australia or something like that. It was really weird. All right, hang on. Oop. All right, grab you. Get over here if you can. Oh yeah, I should probably eat some food rather than wasting my fairies. There we go, that should be enough. Also, why... Never mind. Ooh, I can just... You know, 1, 2, 3. I need to get out of the shifting sands. Grab all this. A mighty construct bow, thank you very much. I'm on some rocks right now, but yeah, the sand is moving for some reason. I don't fully understand why, or if there was like a different way it wanted me to deal with this particular, like, you know, traversal. I just decided to cheese the entire thing by just jumping into a... There we go. Ooh. Yep, so... Right now, it's just fucking off to somewhere else right now. And I just wanted to get to this shrine here. And then there's a chest over there. Yep, chest over there, and then a construct there. Alright, here's what we're gonna do.
Limb smash.
I've not done all the dungeons. I still need to do the Thunder Temple, I believe, and then there's like all these shrines. So I haven't done everything just yet, I'm sorry to say. So I'm not a Zelda or Breath of the Wild expert or anything like that. I am a very dumb zebra and what have you. I don't know a lot of things. Well, that's not true. I know a lot of things, but I don't know a lot of useful things. I should probably clarify. All right, I know exactly what this task is asking me to do. Yoop. There we go. So we're gonna use this just to, there we are, and then hang it. Oh, okay, hang on. All right. So first off, grab you. So, and then can I grab you from this distance? No, I cannot. But I can from this distance. Oh, I actually use energy when I do that. Okay. Water, fire, and wind. Figured the last one would be thunder. Yes, I've done the water, the fire, and the wind. I've got their like spirits or what have you. So now this is me like sort of doing the classic getting distracted by shit. All right. And then all right, so this
Emotional damage.
give me a second. Oh my god, so much energy gets used up when going through the sand. Yes! Alright. Second thing we're doing is bringing you over onto this side, just so then that way I can use you for later. Alright, so you're dead. And then I'm gonna grab you. And... Oh, no, get me back on the plot. Thank you. I'm just gonna collect some boards, okay? I understand it's a bit of a smorgasbord, but hear me out. It's working. Last night you spent 2 hours in an underground cave. Ooh, that was pretty cool. There's a lot of caves in this on this like particular map and what's mahoo's. Okay, so what is it? All right, so we got some sleds over there. We need to open up that thingy-madiggy. There's... All right, so there's a chest over there we can grab. And a sand thingy-madiggy. Now... Oh, you... Alright, first question. Is it just floating on the top, or is it behind a... It's behind a gate. And I don't see the thingy... I don't see a lever for it, so most likely... Cookie for furry cures! Most likely, I am going to need to head over there. But let me go here. Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 There we go. No, don't pull the lever. Ah. So yeah, no, this map, it's always been big. Like, Breath of the Wild was big. Alright, hang on. Let me see if I can... Alright, let's see. Let's try the not the spicy pepper. Let's try the fire fruit. Bonk. And then... I didn't think that was wooden. Alrighty. I didn't think this would be wooden. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I was blown away when I found the depths. Like, the map is... Yeah, no, okay. The depths, I think, they definitely did a really good job just hiding that shit. Are you gonna... Hang on. I'm pretty sure there was no advertisement whatsoever in regards to the depths. Like, they just like kept that hidden from us for quite a while, and then, you know, we're all thinking, oh, it's up in the sky, like skyward soar. We're gonna be doing a lot of flying, a lot of going upwards. Turns out, no, we're gonna be doing a lot of downwards. We're gonna be going down on things. It's absolute insanity. All right, do I have a... Oh, I see how they want me to do this. All right, here we go. So, hit the B. Use this to... please? Hello? There we go. Donk. And then... There we go. All right, I need to be... Oh, no, I don't have to be quick. They already have sleds for us, so... What I can do is I can grab the ball. We're going downward we're gonna downward dog this? Is that what you say, Cosmic Wolf? We're gonna downward dog this? What does that even mean? Oh, hang on. That was the wrong button. Here we go. Hit that. And then... Dink. Alright, so we're gonna preemptively put you there. So then that way... Donk. And then, that's not what I wanted to have happen. There we go. Alright, hopefully this ball doesn't, like, cause too much problems. Yum, 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 yum. And then, press B here. You have never said that. You just have liars in your chat then. Just Furry Cure is just telling me it's just like, oh yes, we're gonna downward dog this. Like, the absolute audacity of that furry. Alright, and then we're gonna put you there. And then dink. There we go. Now we can just pick up the ball and then make our way up. Dirty liars. Cosmic has said some questionable things. I'm not gonna fault Cosmic for it, okay? I have a quote system filled with all kinds of questionable shit that I have said, and it's always been taken out of context. I am most certainly going to believe...
Quote 362. No, don't eat anyone in my chat.
See? Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Himbo. You have such a polite, like, you have such a polite, sweet voice, like, and you write so politely in chat. You're just like, thank you, Mr. Himbo. Oh, look at these beans. Oh, oh. Don't forget this. Which one? Is it going to be the classic?
314. This is a really tall wiener. Jesus.
I always forget. I thought you were going to do the one that Bone Masked Dog normally does. It's like 117 or something, where it's just sort of like, I just want my dick sucked. Is that too much to ask? I don't know why that ever came up.
Becky.
No, don't bonk me. And that was taken out of context.
Bonker.
Quote 117. There was a dog in your sack, Volker.
Okay, so it wasn't that one. I think my Discord should keep a collection of all the quotes, and if I just Control F in there, I should be able to find it. Give me a moment. If I can Control F, and now it's nighttime, so now I have to wear the cool clothing. Where are you? There we go. Unfreezable. Let's have a look. Quote 107. Alrighty, Link is A-OK now. And... One, two,
Quote 107.
3.
I just want my duck sucked. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, it always is. Just slowly moving this guy back. Although I need to eat some steak. Actually, I'll eat the bananas first. Let me eat some bananas.
Quote 325. Those are weird looking sperms.
That would have been... Yep, Kingdom Hearts 3. Yep.
Quote 97. Oh hey, another Big Daddy. That'll be very useful.
It was very useful. Alright, okay, so weird Gerudo thing there. Alright, let's try and get to that. Without getting caught up in the sand. There we go. Sup, bird? Oh! Did I get it? Nope, I didn't. Okay. Alrighty. So, cool statue pointing that away. Tent. Melons. Yum. Great big melons. Hydro lemons. Excellent. Alrighty, and then... Alright, so which way is she pointing? Am I just gonna get bonked multiple times? Is that it? Alright, so that's another one there. Yes. Alright. Boop. Thank you for the boops. Actually, what I should probably do is... get the auto build. And let's have a look. What have we got? We've got the excavator. We got a wagon. We got our fan plane. I need a... Actually, no. What am I thinking? I can just get a... I have the Zonai. I got them right here. All right. I will grab that. I just need one of those. And a sled. There you are. Trying to think if anything will be of use. Nope. That should be all I need. And then... Alright, hang on. Nope, get back here.
Becky.
Let me
smash.
smash. You want to boop me? I'm pretty sure booping is a thing. You got nice hydromelons yourself. Yes, I do. Thank you oh so much. I have put no work whatsoever to get them melons. Why do we go with Ellens for like the name of fruits? Like lemon and melon. Like, why did we go with lemon being the sour? Like, what was our, like, you know, thought process for all that? Ooh, hello. Donk. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Got him. He's destroyed. We get a shitty sword, some arrows. Alright, what's in the box? Yoom. A radiant shield, present to Gerudo, who rise in the thingy-madiggies. Yep. So drop the weakest one. And then... Alright. Nope, that doesn't do what I want it to do, so... Oh, hang on. Ten, 9, 8. Oh, okay, it's a lot more than a few seconds. All right. The West Gerudo Underground Ruins. Damn, boy, calm down. You're lucky enough to have a wooden shield. That is not a problem. Look.
Quote 306. I try not to fart on squats.
That. So first off, don't fart while on squats.
Furcures 1221 thinks you should do 20 squats.
I gotta do the squat. Okay, so first off, don't fart while doing squats. It feels embarrassing, sounds embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Second off, don't feel too bad, because if I go to, because here's the thing, to get strong weapons, because even these things are fucking OP, even though they're only a 7. To get strong weapons like a royal broadsword, you're going to be doing a lot of work. When the real kicker on how to make really strong weapons is using materials. Now, I have a lot. And the reason why I have a lot is for a very simple answer. I just played the game a shit ton off stream. But yeah, what you need to do is, you know, collect up on materials and such, shoot a dragon or two, some real Dark Souls nonsense. All right, 20 more squats, here we go. Let me move this chair out of the way. Let's see how jumpy, big stretch for the big boy. Big stretch for the big, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not my shirt. 6, 7. I need to hide the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Why'd you take my shirt? 14, 15, 16. Oh, goodness. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Oh, almost dropped something. There we go. Thank you for the 20 squats, Furry Cures. Now I have to cover up my... Damn, boy, put them lemons away. Damn, boy. Alright, this guy is useful. I am testing... People, like... I just recently saw, like, someone got, like, a 3... Icy is cute. I saw someone on Twitter, or Twitch... Okay, it was a post on Twitter, but it was about Twitch, where they got a 3-day suspension because they were working on a 3D model of a woman. And because the way 3D models are created, when it gets to, like, the chest region and such, especially for women, the vertices start, you know, going towards the nipple. So you have an idea of, like, where the density almost makes it look like there's an areola and shit. The artist got, like, 3-day suspension and shit. all this was happening while I'm having like my tits out, and the recent update is, you know, bringing back the good titties that Wolk has made for me, and I have so far been testing the limits on, as a male presenting VTuber, using a VTuber model, which is not a representation of me physically. How long can I get away with presenting nipples on stream that are not women presenting nipples, but, you know, nipples nonetheless? Amazingly enough, I have not been suspended or anything like that. Although I feel like if I at one point grow in popularity, I am most likely going to have to get suspended or go back to the classic VTuber look, which was there were no nipples here. They were just really flat, like Action Man or a Ken doll. Nope, Action Man. Action Man had bigger pecs than a Ken doll, right? I think so. I'm glad we have this guy to help us out with, like, opening up all this area here. I don't know if he gives us... Oh, he does let the things drop. That's good. Barely new gamer. Barely new. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing all right. How's it going, barely new gamer? Break you. All right, so we got this giant gate here. Thanks, you got the pun in my name. There are 2 puns I see in your name. The barely new, because, you know, you're barely new, and plus you're a bear. You're very barely. And then gamer. I don't know why. I don't know when we started doing this. We started putting the Y, the gay in gamer. Not too sure why. I'm not too sure if, like, the demographic of gamers has, like, suddenly grown where we're no longer, you know, cis white, like, you know, imp kind of dudes and what have you, and we're now, you know, very comfortable with sexuality and such, and becoming, like, you know, on the spectrum gay and all this kind of such. I always thought that video gamers was still being used as a, you know, a white man derogatory term kind of thing. I should probably shut up, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. Who the hell is Action Man? Have you... Okay, first off, you need to get out more often, furry cures. You need to get toys. You need to go beyond the realms of Mattel and what's the other toy company? Disney.
Smash.
Bonk.
You need to... Oh my gosh, it's doing that zoom in thingamadiggy. All right, zoom back out, please. You need to explore more than the toys that Mattel and Disney give you. Action Man is a fucking hallmark. Back in the... Before Max Steel, before America came out with, like, you know, some really cool, like, figurines, like... This was a competitor to Transformers. Hang on a sec. Action Man. This Pierce Brosnan looking dude. It's not actually Pierce Brosnan, but, you know, let me just get a fucking poster. Who made this franchise? Who made the fucking Action Man? Ding? Like, okay, it was Hasbro that licensed the British company. British military, and then supposed to as a range of 3/4-inch figures. Began modifying said as their own line. Action Force. No central good guys were introduced, but there was essential. The Red Shadow. With his like. Hang on. Save image. Like, let me present, like, this is like some old-ass marketing. You came in here seeing those melons out and free in the thumbnail. You're glad you stayed to see them again? Awesome. Glad to see that titties sell on Twitch. Even though they tell you not to do it, titties still sell. But yeah, this Furry Cures is Action Man. Alright? This basically, like, when G.I. Joe was going off in the US, this was going off in the UK, and let me find some other images. They were making him, like, this jack-of-all-trades kind of person with all these, like, you know, gadgets and skills. They did a TV show, like, and a cartoon. There was so, like, hang on. Like, I need to find the one that I got, because I got an Action Man as well. I think I got, like... Hang on. Just derailing this entire stream just to demonstrate Action Man was a thing. I don't know why I'm the only one that is... Like, please, someone else in chat, please tell me that they are aware of who Action Man is. Oh, here's... Fucking... I do not remember the woman in this. Grab that image. Open this. Alright. No, do not get rid of the 2D thingy-madoogie thing. Get rid of the Action Man. And then we go and grab... This is oh my god, it's so tiny because it's such an old fucking TV show. This was Action Man in the cartoons as well. I think... Now, I don't know if the theory holds weight and shit about, like, how kinks and fetishes can kind of get developed, like, through, like, suggestions in your early childhoods. I don't know if there's any validity to that, but this cartoon here, I remember, like, weird bits of this cartoon, and then there's, like, I'm pretty, like, and then there's, like, another, like, I'm not too sure if this is the same Action Man, but there was, like, a TV show where, because it was doing that, you know, that 90s cop drama thing where it's like, the latest Reagan issue of the day is drugs sent to our youths and shit. And it might be Action Man where there was like a doping episode or something like that. Sadly, I must love and leave you. Have an amazing day. Not to worry, Cosmic Wolf. Thank you for coming along. Oh, hang on. I need to get rid of that image. Ding. Delete that. Here. Hey. Big hugs. Because, you know, I think you would want one. Yeah, there was an episode of Action Man. I just had to, like, where they did, like, where, like, drugs were given to kids, like, doping and steroids. Like, I remember that was, like, oh my god, there's so much. Oh my god, like... Small bits of my childhood are just coming into my mind now, of like just remembering some random bits of Action Man that, you know, really should not like stay in my brain for as long as they have now. There we go. All right, where the fuck? All right, so... Alright, so there's the Gerudo woman who wants us going that way, I suppose. Action Man Zebra cosplay when? There's not really much costume to the Action Man. It's just a British Secret Service. Like, look, Action Man, very frankly, is just a very toned-down child version of James Bond, just to make you, like, you know... like the whole British secret intelligence, super spy thing without the misogyny and all the other, like, problematic parts of James Bond when you look back at, you know, James Bond when it was first made. There we go. Alright, I need this. There he is. Alright, there we go. Slowly but surely, I'm opening up this area and trying to find my way around. So. They really should have had the charge, like, a lot lower for this guy when you're out of combat. Because quite frankly, I am not going to use this guy's like rolling ability within combat, but I am most certainly going to have to go through all, like, they must have made sections like this specifically because of when you get this guy's power. Where is the dude? There he is. There we go. All right, slowly but surely we're making it. Let me just see what happens in... Alrighty, cool. So... Oh, hello. You're important.
Go suck a lemon.
You go suck a lemon. Your first experience with Vor was Jurassic Park lawyer getting eaten by the T-Rex. Oh, okay. If we're talking about like first experiences of like the weirder side of stuff, like Buzz Lightyear, like the Star Command cartoons, there was like a big head or something like that. That was a weird thing to see. Jasmine, when she turns into a snake or slowly transforming into a naga, that's one thing that I remember. But for Vor, like Men in Black 2 when they had the actress or whatever the alien is and model or something like that, they turned into like this lingerie model, and this like mugger, like for some reason in New York, just goes into this park and is just like holds the knife to her neck and is like, "Hi, pretty lady, you taste good." Goes, behind a tree, it goes behind a bush, so obviously you can't see the thing that happens, and she, like, as an alien, eats him. And for some reason, it's like they didn't have this thing. Furry Cures, how do you not know the popular cultures? Serlina, thank you, Masonic. That's the name of the alien. So yeah, Serlina. For some reason, we've already seen like, aliens be able to like consume way more than their weight or size or what have you, and the cockroach demonstrated none of that, but was like this weird like walking around in a corpse thing. And yet, despite that, in the second Men in Black, they just decided to have her like waltz out like with just this huge belly, demonstrating just to further enunciate the point that she's eaten this person and just like has him digesting in her stomach. That most certainly like arose things in people. God, I wonder if it is a thing, like the whole, these things you see in your like early childhood or what have you, and they go and... All right, next hammer. So yeah, because I don't want to hold like extra items that are just gonna... I don't want to hold like weak items just for the fact that they're there. Alrighty, chest. The Va Naboros Divine Helm, a helm worn by a warrior who protected the Gerudo in a time beyond memory. It's said to deepen the bond with the Gerudo when worn by a Helion. Nice. And we open up the gate again. Awesome. Alright. Pretty sure there was a hole. Oh, I was in that. So it was that hole. Alright, well, I don't need to bother doing that. I can just use Ascend and shoot up and get out of there. But yeah, Furry Cures, you need to watch more things. Alright. Where the fuck am I?
Becky. Let
me
me
smash.
Bonker.
Yes, go and bonk Furry Cures because they just don't know things. Oh my goodness. Have I just alienated a lot of chat by just reminding them of like some of the weirder things we've seen in like cartoons that could very well be seen as a fetish in today's age, like anything from Totally Spies, or the fact that people go like look at Jake Long, the American Dragon, and are like, ah, yes, this is my thing. Alrighty. So there's something called a mole. There's a mole something or rather. And Dink, jump up here. Hi there, Sky. Welcome to the stream. Shock fruits, dazzle thingy-madiggies. Yeah. You've been here. You've been listening to my like dumb little like reminders of all the times that TV shows and movies have, you know, accidentally made some impressions on like fetishes. All right, so apparently there's like a worm here. A Molduga. The research spotted swimming in the sands. You used to watch Totally Spies a lot, and that's how you got your muscles. Okay, look up Action Man, and they have a steroids episode as well. If you want like more context to like other kinds of nonsense that you're thinking of. Cartoons have been making us weird for a long... I think the reason why cartoons have been making us weird is because they just don't want to give us like like they try and do shit of like, ah, yes, childhood joke of like, here's two like badgers or some shit just farting on each other or something. That happened in The Lion King, like not even 10 years ago, less. Like some sort of cartoon of that caliber decided to do that, even though every adult and every furry is just like, you cannot be serious. That is not a good idea. And then, of course, we have, like... Okay. Where did my shield go? All right. Oh. All right, there's got to be a way I can get it out of the... ice fruit, maybe? Fire fruit. Nope. Hydro lemon? Nope. Alright, let's try a bomb flower. There we go. And I completely forgot to take a picture of the Molduga. It probably would have been a good idea if I took a picture of the Molduga, but I didn't. Yep, I fucked up. I also got my muscle.
Or suck
Okay.
a lemon.
Is there anywhere else besides Totally Spies and Action Man that cartoons decide to be like, yes, muscle fetish. There's nothing wrong with showing this to kids. This is not going to affect us decades on in the future. Is there anything else besides Totally Spies and Action Man that has introduced, you know, the muscle fetish? Oof. They don't know. Well, I do not think Furry Cures was going to be able to list me anything. Furry Cures is just sort of under a rock when it comes to, like, pop culture references, I've learned. I cannot trust Furry Cures on that one. Alright. So, I nearly died. Alright, alright, so we got those weird thingy-majiggies there. Alright, let me just get the auto build out. And get me the sand crawler.
Becky. Lem smash.
The cat dog episode. Was there one? Alright, take out that, and then take out... Once again, I just need one of those. I don't need all of them. Oop. Control this. Alrighty. Meow. Ooh, let's see how effective it is at... Okay, so it sinks them, or it hits them, but it doesn't hit them for a lot. Ooh, hello. Hang on, there's something I need to grab real quick. Alright, also... Grab you. Thank you for the seared prime steak. What about Jimmy Neutron with Cindy's aunt? I've not seen a lot of Jimmy Neutron. What I've seen in Jimmy Neutron is... candy addiction, everyone being ill and forced to being ill because, you know, they unfortunately had the virus go into them and shit properly rather than... So kind of breaking the rules of a vaccine. And that's about... Oh, and then them going into like a theme park or something after night to find a spooky... That's all I know about Jimmy Neutron. I do not know about this Cindy Ant episode you're talking about. Oh, hey, I recognize that dude. Hang on a sec, chat. I think I spot someone. There he is. Hello, mister. Oh, Jesus. I know exactly what you need. And then... And then we put that in. Alrighty then. Sir? Just let me talk to... Okay. You guys are not helping me. Is it because you, like, this is too close, technically speaking? Alright, talk. Oh, it's you! Thank you for the help earlier. They're putting on, like, president thingamadiggies, and if I... Nope, of course not. The Bane episode from almost any of the Batman series are good. I don't know about Bane. Let's see, Amazing Gumball. Jimmy Neutron did have a strange amount of fetish episodes. Look, the moral of the story is, until we've recently been able to have more serious topics put into children's TV shows, such as trans rights, emotional feelings on the spectrum, and like LGBTQIA, and all of these like more nuanced sort of discussions that benefit, you know, being able to give children like nuanced discussions, and you know, some of the stuff we're getting from, for example, Steven Universe. Before we had all those, we had some really weird fucking episodes because we were trying to do a funny bit, and then that funny bit just turns into someone's thing. That's the moral of the story, is there's all kinds of different episodes. Don't forget the COVID pandemic from Sesame Street. Yeah, like, here's the thing, though. All right, I might be proven wrong on this one, but I'm going to at least say this. I'm fairly sure no one got a fetish from Sesame Street. Sesame Street has always has been the hallmark of what cartoons should have done, which is be informative. All right, let's see. Does this work? All right, now it's too hot. I need... Here we go. Heat resistance for 8 minutes. All right, let's try this one. There we go. I hope not. There has to be someone out there. Look, I don't think so. Like... I'm pretty sure, like, people might have a fancy for, like, maybe Big Bird for all I know, or the puppets, but there's nothing in Sesame Street where you watch the episode. All right, you're just a little bit weirdy here. We don't understand it. There's nothing sexual that's being presented to them. All the previous examples we presented are cases of, this is clearly a fetish. You clearly, you know, did not do a good job of, like, removing the sexual explicit content here. That's what we're getting at. Someone say fetish. Hi there, Ripper. Welcome to the stream. Yes, we're going through, like, all these different, like, discussion, like, we just went through this whole spiel of, like, fetishes and such because of, like, the realization of, you know, Action Man and Totally Spies giving the muscle fetish, Men in Black 2 for the vor, apparently Amazing Gumball, Jimmy Neutron, Cat Dog. Sounds like you're about 10 minutes late then. Yes, just about. So, yeah. But don't worry, there'll probably be another tangent at some point we'll go over, like, later on, and you'll be able to, like, definitely, like, you know, contribute. Alright, dun 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 dun. Alright. Here we go. Alright, let me grab these things. Oh, wait, what am I thinking? I can use my rock climbing gear to, you know, get up and down these things faster. Because I need to get a view. I need to find things. Okay, now we're under unbearable heat. There we go. Alright, so there's a massive-ass sandstorm. And no cave. At least I don't think there's a cave. Alright, I'm gonna do something that's probably a dumb idea, but I'm gonna go to one of the sinkholes that's, I'm gonna go to one of the sinkholes that's over there to see where it takes me. Oh yeah, probably should not be using that. There we go. Alright, so I've got all these, like, two-handed nonsense. Materials? Oh, there we go. Now he's dead. Was focused probably a little too much then, but that's okay. Wait, am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the sinkhole, and I'm gonna see where it takes me. Also, I should probably up. Ding ding. Yep. So that thing Diggy was wanted. Was nowhere. However, informed you that has gone to the North Gerudo ruins to train. Nice. Alright, let's see what happens when I go into a sinkhole. Here we go. And then... okay, cool. Drops me here. Oh, I already took a picture? Alright, well, I'm gonna replace it with that one. And I've already got that one there. Oh, are they stone nonsense? Is that... or we just turn him into ice. That will work out excellently. Alright. There we go. So... weird electric shit. And then a temple thing here. Alright, let's see where this goes. You get sucked. No pause. Get sucked! Alright, looks like there's a chest in there. I just need to figure out how I get into it. Oh, hang on. Alright, I got an idea. Fuck it, bomb.
Furrycures 1221 has added quote number 398, get sucked.
Yeah. Get sucked. Alright, dun 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 dun. Alright. So, how do I get out of here then if there's... Am I gonna have to like try and take the long way? Okay, hang on. Yep, alright, so those are... Going north does not help me. Yeah, for some reason, the quote system will allow you to search for things via numbers. It will not allow you to search for things via, like, words and, like, saying, ah, yes, here's a random quote with these words in them. So, some reason they don't have that. I wish they did. It would certainly be funnier. Alrighty, grab you, grab you. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. How far does this take me? GrantZeebs needs a number of
Quote
updates, I'm sorry to say.
69. Nice.
Nice. I knew exactly what quote 69 was gonna be, so... Alright, so we avoid all those, and then we head off to this one here, which should lead us into the sinkhole that we want. This should get us into the hole that we want, which will give us the chest. Yep, this gets us exactly where we need to be, so here's the... Alright, so here's the first chest. Giving us topaz. We can put the topaz on a wand, actually, so then that way it gives us, like, magic. The fuck was that noise? Phantom Greaves. Myth abound about armored phantoms that terrorize brave heroes. These greaves look... Okay, neat. Oh, you. Hello. I need those, bubble guys. They will give me shit. So yeah, the bubble gems are gonna be useful. The bubble gems are for something. Alright, exit out of this. Alright, so they set... Okay, so we've gone through, like, the ancient ruins. We need to head to the North Gerudo ruins. This one is the west. So, the Great Cliffs. I'm guessing that's the Gerudo ruins that they're talking about then. Alright, let's just travel to the waypoint that is there, and we'll be able to get to where they're talking about. Alrighty, so. Alrighty, hopefully we're pushing in the right direction and we're... Alright, here we go, and then... And of course a sandstorm starts and, you know, gives us all this. Uh-huh. And lightning up the fucking wazoo! Okay, let me put on a lightning helmet. This fella. Oh, what the fuck? Cookie for Ripper! You Ripper! Alright, so this is the Gerudo Sanctuary. Oop. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. Oh, we get Gerudo guts this time. Nice. Cookie for Angrel! How's it going, Angrel? I am going through a set of ruins trying to find someone. A particular someone, I should say. I didn't, like, you know... I didn't just start going Indiana Jonesy just to, you know, have a thing. Alright, T. Oh, hello, frog. Another booble gem. Alright. Ding! Let's see how we do. Alrighty. I'm gonna guess that I'm supposed to be going closer to the lightning. Yep, it looks like I need to get closer to the lightning. Don't think too hard about this. She's so serious. I'm guessing this is the girl that we saw in Breath of the Wild, like the chieftain, like the short lady.
Knock won't do anyone any good. It's you.
Oh.
This changes things. I didn't expect to see you here.
Hi.
But then, you always show up in unusual times.
Well, your people don't like men. You have like a very huge hatred of men.
Oh.
So Hyrule Castle rose up into the sky, Zelda vanished right in front of you, and now you've come here looking for clues. Link, I understand how you're feeling. Zelda is a dear friend to me as well. I will do everything in my power to help you. But to do that, I need to bring a quick resolution to a problem we Gerudo are facing. I'm sure you've noticed that the desert is even more difficult to cross than usual. That's thanks to this unusual sand shroud. It appeared around the same time the events at Hyrule Castle took place. It has blanketed the whole desert, including our town. And not long after that, swarms of monsters we've never seen before began attacking. We're calling them Gibdos. Physical attacks don't work well against them. They are slow, but they still make investigating the sand shroud difficult. Were you watching just now? I've been practicing striking that dummy over there with lightning. If I can aim the lightning well, I think I might be an effective weapon against the Gibdos. But this technique is unrefined. I only recently discovered it and still need more practice. I want to master this power so I can use it to defeat the help with the training. Fire one at that thingy-majiggy. Nice. Aim for the dummies over there. Maybe we can strike multiples with a single target, but don't instead aim for the area in the middle, just around where the rock is juttering out. Oh, okay. Nice. Why does she get to have two swords?
Oh?
I can't thank you enough for the help. And...
Oh?
What was that? Doesn't sound like any noise the sand shroud has made, that's for sure. You heard that too, right? It was... Chief! Hi, big lady. We've received word that a swarm of Gibdos are attacking Karkar Bazaar. Bularia is already on her way there. She's already... Okay, understood. Yep, thingy-majiggy. Alright, we're going to go fight some weird creatures. It's nothing but static. Which way is northeast? There is a fucking shroud. Hang on. Maybe if I go into this cave, I'll get a better idea. Valley of the Silent Statues. Easy. I'm guessing they weren't expecting me to, like, get a dragon, like, horn and attach it to the top of my, thingy-majiggy, Alright, here's what we're gonna do. For the vine. Alright, thank you for the amber. Oh, Bringing this with me, just in case. There might be a reason for it. Just you wait. Dink! Alrighty. Exploring. Please don't be super far. Nope, that's good. Oh! I wonder if there's something behind those rocks. There's just a statue and something. I hope there isn't anything problematic there. Alright, where's my fat boy? There's my fat boy. That's why it wanted me to get, like, materials. Oh, hello. There's a... Huh. Sources of light. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna... There we go. That does the job. And I just realized I've been zoomed in that entire time. Alrighty, so... Pretty sure I've got mirrors. Yep. Alright, get that rock out of the way. Grab this mirror. Alright, so there's the first one. Alright, and then second one is just there. I only just got back and was all, what's this? We are in a fucking, we're in a silent statues and there's like a puzzle thingamadiggy going on, which is kind of cool. There we go. Open this. What does it give us? Alright, cool. Topaz. There better be more than just, like, topaz in a bubble. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Hey, a Gerudo Claymore. Attaching a material greatly enhances the material's power, but doesn't add as much durability. Rightio. Okay, fair enough. Alright, sort this and drop that so we can pick up the royal bow. And yes, Alright, so that was the first one. Now, the second, like, hidden thingy-majiggy was this thing. Giving us a fan. Oh, thank you. How funny. Because that's exactly what I needed, was another fucking mirror. I have like 9... I had like 9 of these in storage. Oh, and there's another one there. If only I knew. So yeah, so that was 2 statues so far. One of them gave me a topaz. The other one gave me a mirror. Ah, there's the statue right there. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-dun. Another gem, thank you. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need like 20 of those or something. Because I only, like, because the guy that wants the bubble gems and such like that, he will give me like different pieces of an outfit where instead of taking it, like a portion of the damage, instead of it taking hearts, we'll take rubies instead. Which I thought was pretty cool. There we go. Diamond and topaz. And then stand here. Boom. How strange. Her name is Nelly. Nothing like going to stretch your legs and ending up in the strangest places. Everything looks the same down here. It would be so easy to get turned around. I wonder if the people who originally made this place got lost in it all the time too. Hey, what do you want? Were you lurking in the shadows there, dropping on what I was saying? You're that Vo that everyone's been talking about, right? If I were younger, I might have been surprised to see you here, but at my age, well, very little surprises me. Disappointed that I wasn't shocked and aghast at the very sight of you. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm feeling a little parched, so maybe something to drink at the canteen. Awesome. Alright, and then grab that giant bird bloom thingy madoogs. And you know what? Let's put on the cool outfit. Alrighty. Okay, yeah, those are his leggings. Those aren't his, like, those aren't just his pants. Or, those aren't just his legs. There's, like, leggings to them. Alright, hopefully she doesn't get upset and says I can't come in here. Is in trouble and it calls. I hope, Carrots is, Is the oasis near the path? On any other day, I think the only one who can make it there right now would be the chief or Patricia. No, I think as long as I can see the light of the lighthouse, I'll be able to make it. Awesome. So, we're able to make our way through here. Cool walruses. Alright, I'm gonna need to get some fans out. Huh. Interesting markings. Doesn't really give me much of an indicator of why they're there. Alright, grab you. Look at these walruses just like lazing about. They're so cute. Oh my god, and there's a little plushy walrus. Look! Oh, wait. Look! Up there! Right there. Do you... Oh, okay, never mind. Alrighty, and then grabbing you. There we go.
Did you see her?
What did I see? The... Oh, can I read this? No, I cannot read this. Okay, never mind. Alright, opening this gives me... a purple ruby. Nice. More monies. What is that? What is that? Oh, you're the special Vo the guard was talking about. My name is Ashai. I'm in charge of the teaching the Vo and U class to the Gerudo. Have you set your heart on someone special? I have. Her name is Zelda. You don't hold back anything, do you? Most Vi value honesty in a Vo. That's a good trait for you to have. You're welcome to sit in on a lesson if you're interested. Vo aren't normally allowed in town, so it would be a rare treat for the class if you showed up. Maybe you could come by in the evening. That class is for the older Gerudo. The daytime classes is for the younger students, and I don't think they're quite ready to meet a Vo. God, they're just having some fucking, like, romance shit there. And then there's all these, like, statues here with faces painted on them. They're probably gonna, like, practice how to, like, take them down for whatever reason. Vota. You must be the Vo that everyone's talking about. Hyrulean Vo, interested in archaeology. Sure. First up, Stella over here on the left, it says, the 7 heroine who protect the Gerudo, their secret will be expressed on 6 stellies. As for the Stella on the right, it says, the 7 heroines who protected the Gerudo, an 8th channel, and guides the power of these 7. Wow. I doubt you know this, but a Hylian Vo, but we are believing heroines for a long, long time. Yeah, Theory of the 8. Alright, so we gotta just take pictures of the stellies when we repair them and shit. Alright, so... Alright, picture 1. Let me go and grab the second picture. Zoom. Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoomies. Zoomy oomies. Zoomy oomy zoomies. Zazoomies. Meow. Alrighty. Selling mushrooms. It's a Vo! Hey, you're a special Vo, aren't you? Otherwise, the soldiers would be arresting you right now. Why are you special? You better not be speaking to that Vo. Didn't Miss Asashi teach you the first rule about Vo? For young Vi, speaking with a Vo will only invite misfortune. Lol. Uh-huh. Cool. Awesome. Chief's guest. Accessories. Cool. Yep. So we need to find a missing owner. Dun, 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 dun. Buy from me. Alrighty. Oh. Wait, a man? You must be that man. I mean, Vo, that usually is talking about. It's so unusual to see a man here. You really do get special permission to be in here. All the same, you should still be on your best behavior. You wouldn't want to end up thrown out or in jail. That would normally happen when men are here. There's big women here. Look what happened to that guy over there. Oh, we're gonna poke fun at him. Spa plan, Olo, cool. All right. Hello.
Oh.
This is the jail. I won't let you pass this point unless you break rules. Are not allowed inside our town. So he's locked up. Even if you break the rules, you'll join him in jail. Noted. Cool. What is this place? Uh-huh. Yep. Special version, recipe, shrans, and then sandshrow. Okay. Spa plan is available. This map. Vo and you class? Finally, I'm taller than someone. Alright, let me just steal some shit. Huh. So that would be the door. Oh, what's that? Alright, the Vo reading this letter. You are the Vo I'm fated to see. Oh, no! Oh, I accidentally... This... Okay, hang on. Let me just... put you out there. And then that thing is collecting water. Cool. Alright, so... Alright, so this is the Oasis. Meow. Just around the river bend. Just around the riverbed. I look once more. Just around the river bend. Beyond the shores. There's so much to see. That was a good hit. That was a good hit. Alright, there we go. Dink. Bam! Why am I here? Alright, let's see what's up here. Aha. The door is blocked. How did you... Never mind. It's our rule not to pry into the business of our customers. It's a secret club. Excellent. All right. Yes, we are going to purchase that. This will give us, you know, making us look, you know, like the Desert Voe. And we'll be able to upgrade that to give us, you know, more armor while giving us heat resistance, which is going to be very useful. Awesome. We now have a way in and out of here. Snow boots. Sand boots. Modify for the life in the desert. Special souls distribute unevenly so you can maintain normal speed on the sand. Yes, please. Ah!
Bone Musky Dog with the 11-month tier 1 sub. 11
Bone-
months to the Zeebs.
Thank you for the 11 months! Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. You get to have fun little emotes and you don't have to worry about advertisement like these. I went and did it, chat. I went and played an advertisement. I'm so silly. I just wanted to do something funny. Brant is 2 months. Who is... Oh, Brant. The 9-month thingy-majiggy. Alright, this. Bone.
Bone Maska Dog thinks you should do 20 squats.
Of course you think I should be doing 20 squats. Alrighty then. Here we go. Big stretch! Big stretch for the big boy! Alright. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you for the 20 squats. Thank you, thank you. Wait, a stone slab? Where's this lead to? Oh, so it leads to here. Ah, okay, so that's how it would give us our means of getting under the shop then. That makes sense. That makes total sense. I understand now. Right in the trunk. Yeah, ha, ha. Yeah, yeah. Alrighty then. I need to get to this desert here. Alrighty, now comes a fight. Don't let any inside. I'll be able to take them on all by myself-sies. Hey, and now we have someone to help us out. Okay, so Riju is going to be our new, tool for the latest dungeon that we're gonna have to, explore and find. Alrighty. Oh, I wasn't meaning to talk to you. Also, I should probably take a pic. Oh, I already took a picture of these in the past. Cookie for Bookie Boo Woo. Welcome to the stream. There's something weird in that thingy-madiggies. I bet you if we shoot this... Nope, doesn't do anything. Darn. Yeah, that's what I was thinking! Okay, there we go. We need to destroy that somehow, otherwise they'll overwhelm us. Wow. There we go. Okay, so we just need to wait for it to light up. That's what we need to do.
Bulyara, well done holding the line until we were able to get here. Now that we know the Gibdos are susceptible to lightning, this gives us a major advantage.
She's so strong and sexy. Fuck, why are the Gerudo women so fucking hot?
Zelda?
Damn. Those mushrooms looking hella sus. Hella sus.
Bad. Real bad. Gerudo Town is in danger. Zelda, wait! She was heading directly toward those tornadoes. And if more Gibdos are hiding in the storm... Bulyara, we need to get back now. Link, we're going on ahead. I'll meet you in town.
There we go. All right. All right, at least we can just follow this. It's really hot, so... Actually, what I should do is go and find one of the great fairies and upgrade my gear. That's what I should do. All right. Zoom. There we go. All right. The reason I want to upgrade my armor is because, as like, frankly, I want to be able to, you know, wear this set here, which helps reduce some, you know, or it gives me more heat resistance, sorry. I want to be able to increase this sort of stuff, so then that way, if I do get hit by something, it's not gonna, like, you know, hit me for nearly all of my health when it does it. Yay. Alright, so I've already increased that to maximum. I'm pretty sure I have all the parts I need to be able to increase this stuff to what I want it to be.
Bowmasker Dog has added quote number 399. Duck, why are the Gerudo women so hot and sexy?
They just are. It's crazy. Alright, white jellies. I might run low of the white jelly that's being distributed. Da-da-da. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Not my cup of tea, but you do you. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's not a problem if you know, aren't a fan of strong, sexy women. I like all kinds of women, so... Zelda's Link's just sort of like, no! Grant, I'm getting... Yeah, okay. Fair enough. That would be a very valid reason for why you wouldn't find strong, muscular women or any women desirable or sexy. That's valid. Nothing wrong with that. I guess the follow-up question is, strong, sexy men, though? Yes, you get those. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, look at her. She's so pleased with herself. Da-da-da-dun. Yay, so we fully upgraded that. Alrighty, okay. So, first, so this one gets it from 3 to 5. Da-da-da-dink. Yes, you could, but you can admire sexy women as I put it. Awesome. Okay, she blew a kiss to us. She didn't blow us. Be reasonable, Bone. She just blew a kiss. You don't ever consider, like, if you never think, oh, if someone says they blew a kiss to me, that you're like, ah, yes, they blew me. It's like, no, that's not what they did. Alright, so that should now have given me, like, a cool thingamadiggy. Ice Breath Lasagna. Okay. I am going to show you, chat, a secret. I have not updated this game for one particular reason. It's so that I can do this. Where is it? There it is. It's so I can do this trick here, which increases, like, the number of items I can hold. This has helped me greatly, alright? Otherwise, I would just not have the resources to be able to do the upgrades that I want to do. Where you live, it means the same thing? That sounds sus. Blowing someone is usually a blowjob, not owing a kiss. Donk. Da-da-da-dun. Enhance away. Alright, so that's already at maximum enhancement. This can get enhanced further. These can finally get enhanced. I think I will actually enhance these just so then that way they're not, you know, sub 10 sort of resistance. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Unless, can I update fire, and ruby? Maybe. Damn it, you can't see me pursing my lips when I do this. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Enhance away. Just covering their eyes. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could fully upgrade those. I can upgrade the... Oh, wait, no, they're already upgraded to the second level. And these are only, like, really just for traversal's sake. Similar to... The minor mask, however, is definitely for the depths. The robes and the trousers I've already gotten. And then we've got these guys here. So that's already been enhanced twice. Alright. Sand boots, however. Let's enhance those to a high degree. Dun 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 dun. Oh, Bone. A long time ago now. But you missed out on a very funny, like, segment in the stream where we were talking about, like, all kinds of silly fetishes from... that have kind of been presented from, like, kid shows and cartoons. Oh, I don't have the guts for it. Damn it. That's Feisty Deity. This is for the Cap of Time. Sky, Wind, and Wind. Alright, I think we've done enough enhancements. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, so we had those two thingamajiggies there. Now we need to head back to the village here. Zoom. Is this the game where the kingdom cries? No, that's Kingdom Hearts you're thinking of. What the hell is all these feathers? Oh wait, no, those are palm trees. Never mind. I thought they were feathers. And then another Gerudo hive. Or not a Gerudo hive, a Gubdo hive or something like that. Oh. Thank you for clipping. I greatly appreciate it. Also, hi there, Dwarven Crafts. Wait, no, hang on a second. Dwarven Crafts, I need to reapply your nickname. It's gone missing. There was like another name I could refer to besides Dwarven Crafts, but I've forgotten on it, and it's not... God damn it, they said come in the chat. The next time they say come, I am most certainly am going to hit the fucking Flora? Nah, maybe I did. I don't know if I ever learned Flora. That's okay. But I will put in parentheses Flora. Hang on a second. Where is the nickname option? There we go. Parentheses Flora. Come. Look, I'm pretty sure they're going to say come again in this. Maybe within this stream even. Let's see. The sand shroud, sudden appearance of the Gibdos and their hive. Strange events keep happening one after another. We saw Zelda near the Kara Kara Bazaar. Hasn't seen anywhere around Gerudo. Prepare to fight. Need your help. Cool.
Oh.
Alright, what's the fight?
Oh.
Talk to Captain in the war on how best to deploy our troops. And then over on that side is in charge of the materials we have on hand. We can reinforce our thingy-majiggies with. If we need anything, just talk to her. Why am I doing a battle? Like, I'm pretty sure as like the, you know, the world's best hero, I should be able to like I should be able to just 1v however many there are.
Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah. Ah.
Alright, all kinds of cool materials. A mirror, a flame emitter, and a stake. Nice. Oh, chests. Alright, cool. A ruby. Electric horn. Alright, let me just move you out of the way, sorry, because I want to get a picture of... Alright, so there's the Gerudo Scimitar. And then Claymore. Yes, I'm taking pictures of these things, so then that way I have them, like, in the, That way I have them in the compendium, so then that way it's, like, closer to being finished, and it's just convenient that it's all just there. Anything in here of value? No, not really. Okay. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure I can just do a 1v. However many. Where to deploy? It won't be long before we have to deal with where should we deploy our forces. Okay, spear troops we will have at the East Gate.
Ah.
And then
Ah.
the sword troops will be at the North Gate.
Oh.
Oh, no, hang on. I got a better idea. So spear troops, we're going to send them to the West Gate where the barricade is. So then that way they're able to, like, you know, poke above it.
Oh.
Defend with a serious electric thingy-majiggy. And then the cannoneers will be at the North Gate. So then that way they've got, like, a funnel.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. That's not the kind of cannon I thought they were going to do.
Oh.
Put them on the east gate there.
Ah.
Alrighty. I've done all that. Time to get into battle. Nyom. They are complete. We are going into battle. Let us go into battle. Ah! Excuse me. Link? I'm curious about the voice we heard earlier, but... Huh? There we go. There's the weird pink thingy-majiggy. Situation reports. Large amount of Gibdos are moving to attack the town. We need to deal with this. Nice. Alrighty. Let's deal with the areas that, you know, don't have a lot of defense. They have the town surrounded. Stay strong. This cool. All right. Hopefully she will follow us and we'll be able to like destroy the thingamajiggies that we want. Protect the chief. Sounds good to me. Also, I should probably put on a thingy-majiggy,
I've appeared outside town. Shore up the defenses at the gate.
Enemies
have emerged from the hive at the east gate. Stop them. Enemies are pouring out of the hive near the north gate too. Take them out. Yes!
There we go.
Hive is out of action.
All right, 25. Alrighty, never eat so okay. Westgate should have the barrier and such like that, which should not be an issue.
Hive near the west gate. Let's hit it with lightning.
Or, never mind, they're telling us to prioritize. So we will prioritize.
Line enemies from the hive at the east gate. They're heading straight for us. Enemies have been spotted inside town. Did they break through the gates? All right, another hive down.
Let's see if that makes it.
Enemies
No.
won't stop coming until we wipe out all the hives. Enemies are nearing the center of town. Prepare to attack.
Easy.
The enemies won't stop coming until we wipe out all the hives.
Yeah, I hear you, but really we can take this relatively ease. See? Relative ease. No, I want to pick up the boat. There we go.
That's the last of the hives. All we have to do is eliminate every enemy we see for the last line of defense.
Nope, that was a waste. There we go. Easy. No problemo.
Oh?
Link, I am critically grateful for your help in the battle. On behalf of all the Gerudo, thank you. I suspect that Gibdo threat will calm down a bit now that we've wiped out the hides that are surrounding the village. Head to a mural in an underground shelter. Awesome, needies. We are now heading to a mural. Underground shelter beneath town. Oh, okay, so we need to move this thing out of the way. Sorry, chat. That's how I got in here last time, is I went through the weird thingy-majig's. Alright, climb down. There we are. And there she is. And then... Yep, so I've already found that thing. Red pillars and things. Link, you came! I came! Look at the mural on this wall. It is thought to have been painted by the ancestors of the Gerudo. It appears that when they created it, they were also using the shelter to hide. Perhaps the Gerudo of the distant past were also beset by some great disaster. Anyway, the writing on the mural says, standing back to back with the throne, witness red pillars across a vast sea. Unite the pillars in light to reveal the lightning stone and open the way. You who can hear my voice, come to me, I await you. It is words reminds me of this mural. This image must represent a location of some kind, and the engraved words are a riddle to discovering its location. It's the only explanation that makes sense. Stand back to back with the throne, witness red pillars across a vast sea, unite in light to reveal... Yep, alright, so sounds to me... I'm just gonna use this to climb back up to the top. It sounds to me like taking a view from, like, the back of the throne, we should see some red pillars there. Yep, it's not too far. And then in the light, there should be... It should reveal the location. Alright, let's just brute force this. But first, let me warm up. Alrighty. So those are the red pillars they were talking about. And there's a mirror. Okay. I got an idea. Giving us a light, and now it's pointing our way. I hope it doesn't want me going all... Does it want me going all the way back? Hang on. Alright. Nope, we can just keep on going our way. The fuck is that? Also, that won't work, so... Hey, Gibdo wings! Pretty sure that was in my list of requirements for something. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back. You had to wash the dishes. Not to worry. Here's a cookie for your chores. Nice work on your chores. Oh, hey, it gives me a quick out. Awesome. And then, ooh, hang on. Uh-oh. Well, I guess that's one of the advantages of having this thingamadiggy to shoot us upwards. Alright, giving us a path to the red pillars. I know exactly what it wants us to do. I know exactly what it wants us to do. So it's going to give us like a series of different areas that we need to go to because of these mirrors here. That one completely misses the mark. Alright, I'm gonna head to that shrine there. So then that way we've got like a point of like return, point of close return. So long as I don't get lost on my way there. Hopefully I should not get lost on my way there. Dun 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 dun. Miryatonga. Another puzzle. You ready, peeps? Dun 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 dun. Scratching the top of my foot, sorry. And I'm naked. The shrine imprisons and purifies the ancient evils. Does it now? Outside equipment is forbidden beyond this point. Proving grounds of the lore. Alrighty. Alright, I got an idea, chat. There we go. Easy trappings. Ding, ding. Oh, I nearly died then. There we go. Got him. Alright, avoid that laser, and now I need to get to the next guy. Easy. Do, 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 do. All right. We're gonna drop this one here because it's fucking useless. And examine, hit the thingy, and we get ourselves the king and queen, giving us a cool little shrine. Dun, 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 dun. We now have 5 of those. We only really need 4 to upgrade like our health, but I like getting the health in like groups. Because, you know, that way because there's always a cinematic moment when you do it for the first time, when you go to the statue, like, the first redeem when you go in each statue visit is always going to be full cinematic, and rather than deal with that every time, I like getting it in groups. So then that way I'm able to, like, you know, just grab it, like, you know, with only the cinematic going off on the first time, and then every other subsequent time it's okay. Alrighty, where is... Fire fruit. There we go. Alright, so it's out of energy, so I can't use it. Game. Stream. Don't die on me now. There we go.
Furry Cures 1221 thinks you should do 20 squats.
Alrighty then. After this battle. Because, oh my god, there's so many of these guys. What the hell? Thankfully, most of them look to be dead, or dying at the very least. Huh. Strange setup. And I can't see where I am when I do that, so that's a problem. Alright, let me do my 20 squats. Big stretch! Big stretch for the big boy! Big stretch for the big boy! Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Thank you for the 20 squats, furry cures. Alright, now I need to get out of this scenario. I need to find like an updraft or something, so then that way I can get above the clouds and see where the light has gone. Oh, there's the light. Alrighty, Karok, where the fuck is your friend? Yeah, I can't see the smoke signal, so that's not gonna work. Nice try, but you failed. Shock fruit. Fire fruit. Alrighty, so what's this? Oh, cool. That's probably doing the wrong thing. Yep, that is doing the wrong thing. I need to have this lifted. And there we go. Okay, it gives us a cool triangle. And it said that the lights would lead us to the something or rather. Alrighty. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, so there's now a great big triangle. Reveal the lighting stone and open the way. You who can hear my voice, come to me, I await. Unite the pillars in light to reveal the lightning stone and open the way. Okay, so it's somewhere in the center here. There it is. That looks like a lightning... That looks like stones. Or those are just regular stones, and I'm an absolute nimmy. I thought they would have been cool, like, stones. Alrighty, maybe this structure? These look like ruins. And I can't see where I am. Alright. Just making our way up. Alrighty. Maybe, like, once we tell her about, you know, all the lights and towers and such, then she'll be like, oh, Grant. Oh, Link, you are so fucking smart. Alright. I think I'm in the wrong room. There we go.
Oh.
Oh yeah, so the mural. That's right. Sorry, King Walrus. Meow. Hopefully that me explaining to her that I've revealed the light and such like that will help. The Santra made it impossible to explore, except maybe if you could soar in the sky like a Rito. Which I can. So I don't understand why you don't. Like, why don't you join me? Like, I'm pretty sure I solved it, like, 2/3 of the way there. You can help me with, like, the remainder, please. Like, look, there's the... Oh, wait, hang on. One of them is not pointing correctly. Okay, hang on. Back up to the top. Alright. So, I've already done looking at all that. So yeah, so it wants me going to that thing then. Wait, hang on. Damn it, effed up. Hang on. What I should do is I should get the plane out, so then that way I can just fly to the next place. I have the pieces for it. I should just make a plane. Should be easy enough to do. Alright, Zonai parts. Alright, and then this to create this. Alrighty. Alright, so the furthest I can get it out is this far. And there we go. Okay, it's really hot. Doom. And crash. There we go. Alrighty. And then we have those things. Oh, I see the problem. Donk. And so we're here. And then we grab you. Dink, and then... We probably only needed one, to be frank with you, but... You know.
Hello.
Hello. Hi there, Jin. Hi there, Lady Alice. Welcome, welcome. Why are all of you... So many new peeps coming into the stream. Big boy. Yes, that's what we wanted. We wanted a Triforce, and now it's... Now it's like doing... Yeah, one would have been enough, but for... I'm just a stickler for symmetry, okay? That's where I was before! You don't know why. Not to worry. Just sweating? Why? You see the jiggles. You mean...
You mean we wanted to try forcing it?
Ow! What the f... Who did that? Who triggered the flashbang? Hang on. Alice! I see you. The audacity. Dun. Thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. I should probably make it where instead of the follows like hitting me in the head, I should make it where the follows do like a little bounce. Yes, I added a flashbang. Here's the thing as well is I wanted to add... I need to learn how to do editing for this, but you know that scene where ScoMo... Yes, the previous guy was ScoMo. How he's welding and shit, and he opens up his mask, and then he like blasts a weld, and you just see the mistake already. The minute he decides to lift up his mask, he's just like, I need a better look at this, and then just absolutely blasts himself in the face. Ridiculous.
Did you see it?
Oh wait, no, I don't need to move that. I need... There it is. Happy time zones to you too, Zapper. Welcome, welcome.
Did you see it?
Donk. Meow. The Arbiter's Grounds. Alright, and then... Drop down here. Alright, activate this. Did I see...
Did you see
Jin? What did I see, Jin? But yeah. Actually, you know what? I can probably do it right now. I can make a... Hang on a second. So if I go to... Where is the Peck Dance right now? Okay, so interactions, we've got Peck Dance at a random interval of 5 to 7.5 seconds. I can duplicate this, and I'm going to rename it to Peck Dance. Yeah, Peck Dance. So, fun fact, I can do one of these. Ah? Ah? Isn't that good? Actually, you know what? I don't need a copy of the Peck Dance. I can just use the... the normal, like, Peck Dance interaction. So, hang on a second. Platforms, Twitch event on follows. It will do the Peck Dance. There we go. Yep, does that. It does nothing for whispers, nothing for chat messages, announcements, shoutouts received. ReeZZ, thank you for the follow. Are you sure those are pecs? Absolutely certain. Why wouldn't they be? They're just very muscular. Continually unfollows and follows again. I don't think that will work. I think they've been able to, what's-a-mahoozy? I think they've been able to, fix that. Also, clip shout out. Huh. Why didn't it do its thing? There should have been like a clip, like up in the top left, like here.
Clip no play.
Yeah, clip no play.
Did you see it?
Oh, I know why. I know why. There we go.
No, I know you can make it. Well, so you have
Oh,
to hit
yeah,
those
you're gonna
with
absolutely
a
make
thing,
it.
Like a hammer.
There you go.
Like that hammer?
Like this hammer here. This
Like
hammer that he
hammer
had.
right there.
Yeah, that hammer right there.
This
You got a hammer time.
And you got like a cool little
got a
hat for
hammer
your
that
birthday.
time.
That's
Now
cool.
quick, jump off the cliff.
Alright, we're gonna get a running start for this.
Why are you?
Running start.
If your
bad
friends
idea.
told you to jump off a cliff, would you?
Why's that?
Apparently, Code
Oh,
would.
Because you lose your
right,
stamina.
Not the clip you wanted to
Yeah,
play.
now you actually die.
Oh well,
This
if
is
there
all
was like
mission's fault!
if there's like a particular clip you wanted to play, like hang on,
And I feel like the word.
like what you do is you do exclamation point watch, I think, or exclamation point play, and then the link to the clip. So
Did
for
you see it?
example, let me go to one of. Again, that's just Code the Yoshi. That doesn't do anything. That just goes to your thing. Like, it needs to be of an actual video. Hang on. Let's see. What's a... So you got a popular clip right now. View all clips. Yes, I can.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're just thankful this is a compression show. It's keeping it all contained. If I was to take this thing off, they would the term "calm your tits" would have to apply. Like you.
This clip.
Something I need to double check. Hang on a second.
Oh, is that what my mic sounded like during Discords?
Give me a second. I need to double check something.
Damn, is that what my voice sounds like in Discord sometimes? I need to fix that. It's not meant to sound like that. It's not meant to sound like that. I just realized I was checking one of your not at the moment. Okay, no. Well, I think like OBS, like people normally tell me if it sounds weird and such. Discord, it doesn't sound the same as it does for OBS because it's doing like voice activity, weirdy stuff and what have you. So it's not like the exact same. Thank you for the head pads, Jin. I really appreciate it. What did I miss? Oh, large zone eye charge. There we go. Thank you for the head pens though. And they're still like titties, boobs, pecs. They can be called multiple things, okay? These, like, for men, it's pecs. You do. Yay, we got things. Boobies!
Did you see it?
Boobies! There's a lot of things you can do in my chat, Jin. So, I need to like think up more things as well, because I've got like some bit redeems. I haven't like properly listed all the different videos just yet. I don't have like the same work ethic
Also,
as
he is
Kusaki
not
does.
goat dad. He is alpaca/llama.
He's a goat dad.
Did you see it?
Pretty sure he's a goat. Looks like a goat. That redeem makes me laugh for no. It's just because of this very childish boobies. It's this just very childish like thing, like because I saw a pair of boobies in a dystopian whatsamahoozies, and it was just, you know, it was just funny. So it got clipped, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this little thingy-madiggy and like turn it into like an actual like audio thingy-madiggy. So, yeah. All right. It's now unbearably cold. Alrighty, so now we... Dwee-woom. Dwee-woom. So how did you find me, Jin? I'm really curious. I've recently, like, fixed one of my previous, what's-mahoozy tags. Because it used to, like, I used to spell Australia incorrectly as in one of my tags. And none of the Australians in my chat decided to tell me that I incorrectly tagged Australia as Australia. You saw me in the recommendations? Hey, nice. Good to see recommendations are working. That's appreciated. I'm actually going to be streaming, like, I've been streaming for, like, the last 2 years now. I've not done, like, you know, a serious amount of growth or anything like that, but, I'm putting down, July as, or sorry, not July. This month is June. I'm putting down June as, because it's my stream anniversary. We're putting it as, I'm doing like a stream like every day that I'm able to do one. I'm not going to do one, I think, next Friday because I got a work function, but, ooh, Zelda. But it's not our Zelda. You lived here for how long? You know how much we like to mess with foreigners. Azalea, my favorite flower. The $20 note is called a lobster. That just... Here's my problem with the Australian, like, currency. You don't know anyone on your notes. None. I'm not even living in America. I know Benjamins are hundreds, Jacksons are 20s, Thomas... Like, and, Lincolns are on the quarter, I want to say. Like, there's all there's presidents and important people on, like, the different notes in the states. Meanwhile, oh, sorry, it's too scary? All right, let me zoom out. Meanwhile, in Australia, if the Queen wasn't on the notes... You could not tell me. You're scaring me with a stare. Hang on, I got a thingy-majiggy. Ah! No, wrong thing, wrong thing. There we go. Tabs out. Did you see that, Link? It's Zelda. She's gone. See? Scary. Yeah, but check this out. That's funny. Alrighty. So yeah, that's not actually our Zelda. That's just the mirage of Zelda. I saw the light of the red pillars and hurried here as quickly as I could. It cannot be a coincidence that we've seen someone who looked like Zelda twice, but a mystery for another time. Did you solve the mural's riddle and cause this to appear? I'm impressed. Banjo Patterson, Mary Gilmore, John Flynn, you forgot the judge, David Unipol. You forget her name, but the first woman in Parliament. You have no clue who's on the 100, but you've not seen one in 11 years. Okay. Who the fuck is Banjo Patterson, Mary Gilmore, John Flynn, and David Unipol? I will be real. John Flynn rings a bell for some reason, but everyone else, absolutely not. Yuma Lurk, not to worry. Sorry for, you know, jump scaring you. It's just like... Look at me. Now back to game. Now back to me. Now up to chat. Now back to me. Now over to the TTS bot. Who isn't here? Now he is. Now he's gone. Back to me. Back to chat. Back to game. Zoom in on the game. Don't like it? Back to the TTS bot. He went away. Back on. Back off. And we're back to the game. Maybe my lightning strike is the key. There we go. Did it. The Thunder Temple! Banjo Patterson is the inventor of a banjo. He was a poet who also invented the banjo. You know, I have Google. I am going to check this. This does sound a little bit bullshit. Banjo Patterson. Ding. Alright, here we go. Andrew Barton, aka Banjo Patterson, was the Australian bush poet, journalist, and author. He wrote many ballads and poems about Australian life, focused primarily on the rural and outback areas, including the district around Binalong, New South Wales, where he spent much of his childhood. His notable poems are Clancy of the Overflower, The Man from Snowy River, and Waltzing Matilda, regarded widely as Australia's unofficial national anthem. Aha. So, what I'm hearing is none of that has anything to do with the banjo. Oh, Clancy of the Overflow. Yeah. Riju's Power of Lightning. When Riju's aura is charged, you can call on her for a lightning attack. Nice. Alrighty then. Meow. The Lightning Tarot, the mural's myth risen from the sands. Bum, bum, bum.
Dwarven Crafts paid me to say the past tense of screenshot is screensat.
It's still shot. There we go. Break that. It's still screenshot. And now we have a weird moth fucking thing. He's a lot bigger than the others. Ah!
Look, it's stirring up the sand trap. It must be responsible for all this. Come on, let's take it down together.
Together!
Here we go. This has to be their leader. Does that mean it's like the other Gibdos? That's it. Our attacks should be effective now. Can you keep going? Nothing but sand wherever we look. Where did it go? Are you okay?
Hey there, John does overtime. The Wikipedia said, "Thank you for the fact check. I was not believing this man on the whole, you know, oop.
Be careful. Taking a boat. Keep going. Right.
Alrighty, grab you.
you okay? That was a big one. Are you okay?
Ow. There we go. And it's gonna run away. I should probably make sure all the high school degraded knowledge I vomit is true. Yes, you absolutely should. Australia has a very, very long track record of just downright lying to their citizens and just making it a joke. That sounds a lot like alt-tabbing. Nah. The Gib Dio in this terrify me more than regular ones because I overthink them. Not to worry.
Here we go.
Alrighty, there we go. So that's one. Although I need you to help get rid of...
Ready your bow.
Alrighty, and then grab you. There we are. Grab that bone, grab this, and then swap back to the Silver Boko. They are going to be probably just a teensy bit annoying. Just a teeny bit. Alright, what's in here? Dun 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 dun. Alright, so we got a fire emitter, which is cool. We got all this sand. A fun little leaf. Not that thing. This thing. Cool. Awesome. I was gonna bring out a Zonai fan to do a lot of this stuff, but I guess not. There we go. Alright, so that puts us down to the bottom floor. Hopefully I don't fall. No, I do not. Excellent. Can I move this shit? Yes, I can. Oh, wait, that's my fan. Hang on. Ching. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Cool. Oh, is that it? Just a check? Oh, wait, hang on. Move you out of the way to pick up this thing, which I can't carry. A shame. Alright. Actually, I will redo you later. Easy. Easy clap. Yep, cool. Gerudo Scimitar. Alright, now use the time thingy-majiggy on this.
These flames make it impossible to go further.
Not exactly. I have an idea. Alright, reverse this again.
Are you alright?
There we go. Someone, because like that was in like one of the shrines previously. All right, let me eat some meat.
Hey, the flames have gone out. Now we can move ahead.
Yes, I can. I am aware of. Oh.
What? Fire balls now. Looks like we're stuck again.
No, not exactly. Give it a minute. A lot of time reversal tricks being used in this place.
The fireball stopped. I'm on my way, Link.
Ignore the fact that I look like some weird witch doctor. This is a useful suit. It's gonna give me direction. Alrighty. Can I shoot up from here? No, I cannot. Alright, back to our classic choice. So yeah, once I have this dungeon done, then I should be able to move on to, like, the Hyrule Castle stuff. Supposedly, like, reaching, like, the end or something like that. Oh, sup, robot. Have I taken a picture of you? Yes, I have. Magic.
Shake it off.
And then a mighty Zonite sword. Alrighty. Now we go to this thing. Alrighty, so... Ah, I see. Nyom. PlayStation X memes. You got the Blade Master technique. Did you happen to get the Lightning Helm too? Yes, I did. Here's the fun fact, PSX memes. If you are having trouble trying to, you know, fight multiples of them at the same time, two things. Number one, get yourself the, start throwing... Use these puff shrooms. If you throw them at an enemy, what happens is you create like a smoke cloud where even if you run into them, they can't see you. And they just sort of stand there and they're like, huh, what's going on? What's going on? Which means you can run in behind them and do a stealth strike, which means that which is, you know, a critical hit. Second thing, if you are going to go with that tech, here's the best part as well, is when you're using the puff shroom. Anytime you get rid of one enemy, they bring in a new one. And the way that the Blade Master and his minions do their thing is they will decide, they normally spawn right where you are. So if you're in the middle of the cloud, they will go in the middle of the cloud and then they will lose their tracking of you. And they'll just sort of be like, oh, where is he? And just stand there. So you can just walk around them again and hit them in the back as well. I think I showed it off in the previous stream. The second so that's the first thing is that, you know, using the puff shroom and just stealthing all the, you know, the weird fellas, that's your first bit. The second bit, to make it so that you're one hitting them, use an 8-fold blade, which gives you even higher crit damage than normal with when you're hitting them for damage, and just add, you know, like whatever is your most powerful like fuse item. So at the time I was using like the silver bokoblin because that gives, these fuses give you a lot more damage than trying to find good weapons. I understand what this game was trying to do in making, you know, making you explore and come up with different fuse experimentations, but my honest opinion is what they should have done is made it so that you had like maybe 6 weapons total. 2 of each kind of like category. So you had 2 of the short sword, 2 of the long sword, and 2 of the staffs. And those were like permanents. Like they would never degrade or anything like that or disappear. The materials, meanwhile, yes, absolutely. Keep the weapon degradation going. Because what that means is even it will give you room to experiment, but if a weapon breaks, you still have like some use of it for like reduced damage or something or rather, which, you know, a lot of people are risk averse. So rather than, you know, have the risk of a weapon doing no damage and not able to swing again, even if it's like a lot more damage, they could have made it so that the weapon overall was less damage, but when it broke, it still gave you some damage. So then that way you could continue playing with those techniques that you're using before, such as the whole parrying and what have you. I believe we'll find whoever that voice we've been hearing belongs to. Awesome. Alright, this should put us in the Thunder Dungeon. I'd said something BDSM rather than the Witch Doctor. I was thinking, I was stuck in Renaissance Fair like Witch Doctor stuff. But yeah. Vwah. Electricity. And I'm gonna take the wild guess that we're trying to have it lift up. Big stretch. Big stretch. Sorry. All right. the floor started to rise and then slammed back down. Oh, is she gonna say it?
Daughter
Oh,
of the
never mind.
This platform connects to the very top of this temple.
Why do I feel like I could just cheese it?
Use your power to charge the 4 batteries, and it will function once more.
Forest dweller weapons help if you're low on resources. Yeah. So yeah, the point of my thingy-majiggy is that I like the idea of materials doing like a lot more fuse. You can't cheese it, you need to get reju there. Ah, okay, that's why. Use my power to charge the 4 batteries. Yep. I just heard all that already. Alrighty. I am going to go and end the stream there because I need to go to work the next day. And I need to like be able to get some sleep, and thankfully like it's a work from home day for me that we're experimenting with, so hopefully I should be able to, be able to do some side projects such as, fixing this keyblade in the background, maybe trying to do a little more room decoration, but I kind of want to also do more modeling work next Wednesday like I did in Blender last night. I'm going on a huge rant. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming again tomorrow evening after work. I am going to be going through, I believe, Street Fighter 6 is what I had listed for Friday night's game. Wow, nice Keyblade. Very good artwork back there. Extremely tasteful and good. Thank you. So yeah, I wanna do more stuff into this background here. So there's a lot of space, as you can see, and the reason I have it blurry is so then that way it actually looks like a room and such. I put like a little bit of work into the lighting and such, so it has this level of detail. It actually looks good. Yeah, no, I think I have, hang on a sec, let me get a flat render, because, hang on, because you can't see it very well here, but I can present you what I had it intending to look like. Because I did a small adjustment to the Keyblade as well, where instead of having the teeth like narrow into a sharp point, I instead brought them back so they're like real thick and shit. So this is what the Keyblade looks like. Keyblade. And I'm honestly, I kind of like it. I don't know what I would like, other than doing like a much better job in regards to texturing, because like, the shaft of the Keyblade could probably be a little more chromatic, and then maybe trying to put in like more detail, like maybe a rivet or I don't know, something into the actual like guard. But this leather strap, I'm really pleased with like the simple checkered texture I did for that one, for making it like shiny on some parts and then rough on the others. So, but yeah. So that's right now sitting in the background. So I got to do it, but I got to do another render and probably put it somewhere else. Tell me in my Discord if there's something in the previous games that I've played that you want to see as an object that I try and make. Just be aware that Keyblade took me 3 hours to put together. I am not the greatest at 3D modeling just yet. I want to get better, however. And I kind of want to try and see if I can make it into a regular thing, which is why I'm trying for this month, like June, I'm doing like Wednesdays as like 3D art stuff. Now, if you can stick around for a little while longer, we're going to go on a little raid. We're not going to do a raid into another Legend of Zelda. I already have someone in mind because I've not seen this person before, but I kind of want to like sit in their stream a little bit because it looks really cool. They're doing like ZBrush stuff in Blender. They're doing sculpting in ZBrush. Sorry, and their name is That Dog Kofu. So we're gonna go and raid into them. Now, if you are a subscriber, you can use the emotes along with this raid message. If you're not a subscriber, that's okay. You can use whatever other kinds of emotes you want, but our raid message is Himbo Raid. Show us your cutest guys, gals, and non-binary pals, or prepare to get swole. So yeah, so that will be our raid message, and hopefully it'll be nice to watch a master do his work in 3D art. Otherwise, I want to say thank you everyone who came along to tonight's stream. I greatly appreciate it. I know some of the regular peeps and some of the new peeps might not want to get spoiled on Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm very much a fan of it. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going through the world tour of Street Fighter 6 a bit more, so we can get like more swag, more fighting techniques, and slowly but surely, I'll get better at fighting games. And hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.